All right, Pisces, welcome to your weekly sidereal forecast for August 31st through September 6th. My name is Athen. So a couple things this week. It's kind of split up into two parts, really. Monday and Tuesday, we've got Mars conjoining up to Venus, as well as the Sun opposing up to your secondary ruler, Neptune, or your modern ruler. And then over the weekend, the Sun trining Pluto and then Venus going direct. So these two kind of seemingly different energies here. So let's talk about them starting off on Monday when we have this conjunction between Mars and Venus here in your 6th house. So first of all, there's a lot of emphasis on your 6th, which has to do with routine, health, diet, regimens, your work, developing your crafts, being of service, things where we really, you're of service to others and we help others. That's a lot like what the 6th house symbolizes. And your intent here, your focus is on here. There's expansion happening in this area. It could be at the work environment or with your routine or whatever it might be. But there's a lot of motivation coming in this week. Mars finally goes into a sign where he's in a good position. He hasn't been in one since Aries. So I think all of us should be feeling a sort of inspiration this early part of the week, especially with this conjunction up to Venus. Now keep in mind the Sun will be opposing up to Neptune. So there, it's a feeling, it's that kind of passion, but at the same time, it will come through relaxing into uncertainty. And that uncertainty is in regards to your spirituality. Neptune's been transiting your 12th. So it's been so important for you Pisceans over the past many years to connect to the now moment, to compassion, to meditation, to those Christed Buddhic types of teachings. And that's very important this week when the Sun opposes Neptune. And what you'll find is the more that you do go into that spiritual energy, it'll help balance out a lot of this day-to-day energy which is unfolding for you, because this axis is really about doing God's work. And the 12th house brought into the 6th, and vice versa, putting in whatever discipline is necessary to have relaxation, which is like through meditation. Most spiritual teachers will tell you, it takes work, it takes discipline in order to have that now moment awareness. Or that connection, however you see that. So that's what this axis symbolizes, and so it'll be very important for you to have that faith and trust, but that comes natural to a lot of you Pisces. Your intuition can be high, as it usually is, but this week with this opposition and seeing how you can implement a lot of this psychic, intuitive energy also into the day-to-day sphere will be very valuable. Now, this conjunction between Venus and Mars is that Venus has been retrograde, and although she's going to go direct, continue this week to reflect on the communications, redo the communications or correspondence, things like that, since she naturally rules your 3rd. And also, you're probably reflecting on the deeper aspects of life too, which is great. But you might be quite motivated, and it would be a good beginning of the week, Monday and Tuesday, to put in energy to things relating to your communications, correspondence, or the deeper stuff, shared resources, deeper bonds, deeper connections. Just make sure you treat it as that experimentation period, which is the retrograde, and what you learn this week can be very, very useful. It might actually click during the weekend too, some new insights coming to you involving those areas. That'll start to move forward for you in the following week. And that can be the reflection too of the routine stuff, whatever you're thinking about in terms of what you enjoy at work, what you enjoy with your health, your diet, and that kind of stuff is good to reflect on as well. But good motivation, and I'd certainly tap into that drive, ambition in those 6th house matters. And a lot of things also relating to your finances or material stuff, or maybe even your philosophy as well. You'll start to notice unfolding for you quite easy, or easier than it has been with Mars debilitated in Cancer. So that's the early part of the week, and then during the weekend, the Sun does trine up to Pluto. So there's a powerful weekend here involving that 6th house stuff. So whether you're thinking about making some serious changes in the work environment, maybe you're getting very serious about that health, that routine, being of service or whatever it might be, I think naturally it's a great weekend for that. I think naturally you will be wanting to clear out those cobwebs and make changes there. You could have a good forceful energy to get things done in the day-to-day sphere. And that's a great way of working with this. And then when Venus does go direct over the weekend, a lot of that energy involving this will start to move forward, and you can see more beauty, more enjoyment of the day-to-day sphere, which has been in a sort of reflection period. All right, Pisces, so that's the general gist. You are going to have a solar eclipse here, by the way, in a couple weeks, depending on when you're watching this, involving that 6th house of work and your health and your self-improvement and service. So all the foundations you lay leading up to it will be important. And I think with the trine from Pluto, especially towards the end of the week, restructuring and setting those, making those changes to clear out the old to make way for the new is a good way of looking at this. So Pisces, have a good week. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. If you're new to Sidereal, do check the description down below for more information. Your sign might be different. But let me know if you have any questions. Have a good one, and I'll talk to you all next time. Take care.